And Belushi, I totally did not dress you up in UN gear for the thumbnail. Don't believe anything you hear. Oh, your mic sounds kind of low. A little bit better.
How's that?
There you go.
All right.
Watch Loyal to the Foil, but don't believe anything she says. Do your own research for yourself. Don't let other people think for you.
What is up, fam? Hello. Welcome to Cognitive Dissonance, the channel where we look at the insane shit surrounding us. And again, I have some help today with that. What up, Belushi? Good to have you with us.
Foil, it's always a pleasure to be here.
Right?
It's been quite the interesting day.
Quite the interesting day.
Yet I somehow have a smile on my face still.
That's all. Listen, man, that is all you can do. Sometimes you got to look at the world and just say, man, fuck that shit. I'm going to be all right.
I'm telling you, the system's rigged, ladies and gentlemen. And I know you know that, but know that shit. Shit's fucking rigged.
Right.
And if you're a white male in this country, good luck.
Best of luck to you out there, white guys. What is up, Frightening Me? Jimmy Riggin, Tanya Roman, Yvonda, good to see ya. Karen Caldwell, Dennis Lindsay, US Anon, what up, AP? Golden Crisp, Gary Flessner, what up, Ohio Kimmy? Good to see you guys. I will click on D Live momentarily, but what up to the D Live crew? Yeah. Oh, thanks for the shades, Ohio Kimmy. A matter of fact, thank you to everybody that has contributed to this stream to keep my insanity going. I cannot thank you enough. It's all love. If you like my content, like what I do, and you want to support the stream, you guys already know about the Gold Pill Love on Foxhole. If you're not on Foxhole, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You can also find my Cash App, and you can donate directly at loyaltothefoil.com in the description below. Speaking of the description below, I have something I want to show you guys. So, one of my favorite people, Miss Yvonda, Yvonda Wells, sent me the most awesome birthday gifts, and I want to share it with you guys. I don't even know what to say. Like, okay, this is gonna be rough. So, I don't know. Can you guys see? Look, it's got a little tinfoil hat in it, like a legit whole tinfoil hat in there. She made these are all this is handmade. She made it herself, put it on the EM meter or whatever, and that's some powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. Thank you for the can 123 SKG. Thanks to Grouch for the cookie. She also sent me, and I'm feeling kind of like Harry Potter, guys. I'm not gonna lie. She sent me these awesome wands, right? Aren't they beautiful?
You know what? If I had more time, I would have gone down to the basement and got my wand.
Look at this. I'm over
my
here like,
wand's this
Aloha
big,
Mora.
and it's got a flashlight
Right.
in it, and it lights up.
These,
and it's a piece of quartz like this big.
These are beautiful. She
No,
made
those are
these.
gorgeous.
They're beautiful.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
We were talking about our crystal collections on the pre-call.
Yes, we were. She sent me little baby crystals too. Let me see. Hold on. I don't know. Let me grab. I got desk crystals. Like, don't we all have desk crystals? I got little tiny baby pyramids that are so cute.
Do I have to go get my pyramid?
Yeah, right.
Because Bessie just said that she got a new pyramid too, and I don't want to be left out.
Oh, well, feel free. While you're doing that, as a matter of fact,
I'm not going to do that. I just trust that I have pyramids, okay?
Right. Belushi is always high as fuck. Come on, guys.
Who said that? That is untrue.
Sergeant Sparky.
If you guys had the day I had, then you eyes might be a little slanty too. Okay?
Right. Well, listen, guys. I put all of Yvonda's contact stuff down here. If you guys are interested, she makes these all. They're Reiki powered, because Yvonda is also a Reiki master. If you didn't know, they are.
Fun fact: my mom is a third level Reiki master.
Look, see. I don't know about levels, but I know Yvonne has been doing it for like
Oh, you don't know
27
about the
years.
levels?
No,
Shit,
I know
foil.
it's levels to this shit. I know that much. Uh,
Fucking layers to this shit.
right. So she's been doing this forever, guys, and she makes these all. And on her Instagram, you can see here, she's got a collection of different pyramids that she's made. And they're beautiful. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pieces, and the wands are here. And like I said, she verifies them all on the little meter, so it's legit. And if you guys are interested, please do go check out her Instagram or her Facebook, or you can even contact her. Her info is right there. I am sure she would love to hear from you. I think they're great. Naturally, I am now surrounded by Reiki powered crystal stuff, and I feel better. I haven't had a headache in 2 freaking days since this
Nice.
ginormous organite pyramid has been sitting on my desk. I feel better, right? I mean, what more can you ask? I spend like 14 hours a day in front of this freaking computer. My router is right underneath me, and I was getting like horrible headaches. This like sucks it right up,
Yeah, you're
I
bathing in
think.
Wi-Fi.
Well, not now. Not now. Now I got my special wands. I can just,
Not now. I got all
yeah,
this protection.
right, like,
Certainly,
right,
certainly,
just
the healing
swish and
properties of
flick,
crystals and
right.
the different things that you can use them for different types of ailments or directing or harnessing energy is pretty incredible. I've been collecting since I was about 16. So I was telling Foil before the show, I got 2 huge gun cases full of crystals from all over the world.
Gun cases full of
And
crystals, guy. Do you have gun cases
it's
full of
it's a
guns,
it's a it's a habit.
Percy?
If you start it, you'll never
What are you doing,
stop it.
right?
No,
There's
they do light power. Not those guns. Yeah, those are in different cases.
well, at least you have options, sir. Thanks for the can, Luke Sly Talker. No headaches, yes. No headaches. I see Alara is with us on the Foxhole. If you guys want to troll Alara, she is chilling in the Foxhole chat. Uh, thanks, Amy Joe. My
She
hair
says you
is
got to go ground and hug a tree and shit.
right. That would require leaving my house. But as I don't have to leave my house to sit here and wave these wands around, that's where I'm at with it.
What's going on with this new background, Foil?
Yeah, I've been in Wonderland since like my birthday. I don't know. I downloaded all these Alice in Wonderland backgrounds and just thought I'd rock with it. You know, I don't have plans like that. Like I just do things, as the Joker would say, right?
I think
Uh,
you're my spirit animal. Yeah, continue.
literally I just do things.
I just
Uh,
fucking do things too. I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
just that's the way to be,
just
man.
tell God your plans, all right?
Right? No,
He likes a good laugh now and then.
God, I am certain God knows I have no plans, and He watches me just do things. He's
Yes,
like, man,
Luke, I did
this
lose
chick
all my
right
fishing.
here, like I'm
Yeah,
certain of that.
yeah. Luke, I did lose all my fishing poles in a tragic boating accident. That is correct.
Right? Thanks for the cookie, Mama Bear. Um, I'm honored to be your favorite channel. I love to be favorite anything. It makes me feel special. Thanks. Oh, Amy Joe, God loves you, says I have America hair. It's all shiny today. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're here to do. Actually, I'm here to kind of rant today.
I'm here to wave my crystal at you.
Oh yeah, this
and
is
tell
happening
you
today.
sit down and listen.
This is happening today. So yeah, expecto patronum. Exactly, Fearless. That's what I was thinking. Um, yeah, so I'm actually here to kind of rant today. You guys know I put this up as Agenda 2030, but before we even get to that, uh, I don't know what the hell is going on in the world right now. But I feel like over the past few days, things have gotten kind of nutty, just kind of nutty. I don't know, and I'm
I'm
down
feeling the
here.
dark energy attacks for sure,
I'm.
big time.
That's why you need one of these crystal wands,
I
man.
have crystals all over my house, but send me a
Do you
wand. I
have a
need wand
wand?
protection.
There
I
you
need
go.
wand
You
protection.
got it. You can round it up and swoosh it right out of your house. I'm convinced of that. Uh, yeah. So things have been kind of nutty lately. Like I'm down here. I say so. I'm down here in Christian Iraq, right? We don't really have these problems where I'm at. But apparently we've got the Democrats in the government that have been. I don't. Did they take like? I don't know if they took like some Ritalin or something and then got like super hyper focused on craziness. But so apparently now the CDC has again determined that everybody is supposed to be wearing a face diaper, right? Even the vaccinated people. And oddly enough, to top that off, they just today, apparently CDC Director Rochelle Walensky said new data shows the breakthrough cases of vaccinated individuals can have as much virus to shed and spread as an unvaccinated person. Now remember when it was a conspiracy theory, like what was it, like 2 weeks ago, about vaccinated people shedding and spreading things, and that was some horrific, ne'er to do, like you can't say that, right? Well, apparently it's official now, right? I'm amazed at the role that our government thinks that they are supposed to be playing. Um, what up, Mr. C? Good to see you. And I saw Speak in the house too. What up, Speak? Glad to see you here.
Good to see you, Mr. C.
Right.
Golden Crisp, my number one mod, is here.
Did I just see Fearless on the Foxhole?
AP, Brain Pod.
I know. All these wonderful people.
Rain with me, Thumper Rose. Amy, good to see you out there. I love you, Amy. Thank you for all your kind words and what you do. Luke Slide Talker in the house.
What up, White Hat? Thanks for the super chat. Much love to you.
Where is he in D Live?
No, he's lurking on the
Facebook or the YouTube.
Lurking on the YouTube.
All right.
Thanks, White Hat. Much love to you.
All right.
Right. Yeah. So Belushi, I know that you probably have a good rant on this, but what I want to talk about first is the role of government, because when this country was founded, the government ain't your mama. The government ain't your daddy. It's not supposed to tell you how to live. It's just supposed to give you enough of the conditions to allow you to be successful in living the way that you choose. But somehow, all of this shit has been twisted askew, and we've now got this monstrous nanny state and people that actually believe in their heart that the government's role is to choose for you how you're supposed to live, right? Because your choices might affect somebody else, apparently. And I'm appalled. I'm literally appalled at the role that the government is playing right now, and the fact that there are people that believe that the government's role is supposed to be so large. I mean, we literally went to war to stop the overreach of government, and somehow in like 200 years or so, a little over, we find ourselves right back in this predicament, where we've got this state, that wants to control every aspect of life, and it's just, I'm really really upset by this, especially today. For some reason, I'm a little amped about government overreach today, because I think that that's what this is.
Well, I can tell you that it happened over a long period of time, and there's a lot to unpack to what you just said. If we think about how we flipped, in 1871 from the original Constitution, or if you even go further back than that, the Emergency Act in which the last battle of the Revolutionary War was occurring, there was, I believe, and I don't, I'm just going off of what you said, so I don't like sitting here like, all right, check the PDF for this document, and I know exactly what it's fucking called.
That's all right. Just roll with it, sir. Just roll with it. But you got this.
I know, I got this. That it didn't actually end the war, and so the British never really truly handed over their powers, my understanding of it, basically. But you have this sort of slow drip that occurred over that century, and then the following century. And when you talk about what's happening now with the pandemic, with the Spanish flu, how they implemented masks and vaccines, they're doing the exact same thing right now, and they're using the same argument that they're using for the masks that they did in the beginning, right? You're wearing it you're getting it to protect the other person, right? Because if you don't have it, you're dangerous. It's the same fucking logic. It's the same play. It's what they always do. Okay. So when you talk about the sort of, I call it a regression of society, the morality has left. And we were talking about this earlier, Foil, and this is not an attack on any one gender, but the morality is supposed to be with upheld by the women in society. Women are supposed to uphold the morality. My mother always said that my grandfather, a very wise man, used to tell her all the time when she was younger growing up, that you decide what happens with a man in terms of like those types of things, and you set the morality for, and you have that barometer to understand in a social setting that's co-ed or whatever, that like you girls are setting the standard. It's so loose and fast and crazy now. I think the brothers were talking about like these girls on YouTube who are bikini fishing, making $1 million a year. I mean, our society has lost its morality. They have a malady of spirit.
The Twitter, who were the ones in the bikinis in the hot tubs on Twitch, rather? Like people, yeah.
Yeah, there's like these twins that like build sandcastles and shit on there, and they get like all. I'm like, who's watching this shit? I'm like, yeah, I guess it's kind of fun for a second. I mean, a bunch of teenagers maybe, but what else? The point I'm trying to make about that is the malady of spirit and how far people have gotten away from, their own understanding and relationship of God. It doesn't have to be this super cut and dry sort of. Certainly I study the Bible. I study a lot of other scriptures too, and a lot of other religions. The source and the creator is the source and the creator. And so that malady of spirit, not understanding how to connect with that, you have a whole sect of more than half of the population or half or of the globe, it seems, that is really split right now. And Mother Earth has always been able to naturally correct herself through things like the way it absorbs energy through lightning and other means, where it's always been able to say, it recognizes that there's an entity that half of it's destroying, sovereign consciousness and the respect of land and what that means and how you attain your food, versus like this whole other sect of society that's just like nuke and pave and murder everything and like make money and just live in the Babylon spell world. And so you have a shift in consciousness where the world is going to start to literally right now, it feels like it's being torn apart. This is happening in my own life personally. When we talk about how corrupt the systems are, they're gaining that lower 3D sort of stay down here in this prison planet and be succumb to the matrix. And yeah, you will own nothing. You will worship the government, not God. You will look to us for all of your medical needs. You will look to us and we will indoctrinate and educate your children. I mean, this is what's happened, and we've let it happen. It happened on our watch over the last three generations. Really, it's gotten really rammed up.
They have slowly, like I saw somebody post a meme, and I don't know if I saw this while I was just on Twitter or if this came across my desk when I was working, but it said something to the effect of, Republicans today are just defending what liberals wanted 10 years ago. Because that's the thing, right? They, if they ask for something that sounds totally freaking farcical and we give them 5 or 10%, then they ask for something, and if we give them 5 or 10% of what they want every time, eventually they got what they want. And that's how we ended up here. My grandfather says it all started with free lunches. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It starts with something little and it breeds, this sense of entitlement, and
most people aren't self-starters, so they can't, they don't take, like, I've actually been in small, short periods of my life where I've had to take a little assistance, and it's meant to be a short little spark to get you back on the fucking horse, off your ass, and it gives you a little step up to get that next job or that next thing you need. It's not meant to be a lifestyle
or generational thing.
They started that in the 50s when they're going around knocking on doors in the Black community, because actually the Black community was becoming more sound in terms of the nuclear family,
yes.
Self-sufficient, more successful in building businesses. And the whites, I'm not saying this is the whites doing it to the Blacks. I'm saying the whites, like from a census perspective, were falling slightly behind. And they're like, well, we can't have this group rise up, the deep state. So like, what are we going to do? We're going to incentivize abortion. We're going to actually
a whole lot of other crazy.
So you'll get more money with the father out of the home if you do keep the child. I mean, it's like, we got options for every choice you make.
Yep.
And that just over the last, 70, 80 years, it's just gotten insane. It's gotten insane, more and more powerful, more and more entrenched. I mean, we have a giant cancer and a tumor surrounding this planet. And it's only going to take collective prayer and consciousness and an ascension of what we deem to be really important in terms of serving the creator on a daily basis. I mean, I work, you work, Foil. We got to work. We got to pay our bills. We got to do these things. But this system designed here was not the purpose we were put here for. And that's why so many people are feeling so torn apart on all sides. And a lot of people can't put words to it and understand it on the other side. And these people, they can't even fathom that an election was stolen. How are you going to tell them that the fucking Dracos run this shit?
Right? We're not there yet for most of the people, but we can start somewhere. And I mean, what they can see is a good place to start. I said we were going to talk about Agenda 2030 today. But I mean that even that in itself speaks to the larger problem of this total governance, right? Because with Agenda 2030, and I saw somebody write earlier, everybody forgot about Agenda 21. No, not really. You see what year it is. You see they're amping this stuff up. As a matter of fact, last year they got to was it last year they
The
got
same
together
thing,
in
honestly.
Addis Ababa? Yeah, it was pretty much the same thing. But they said, okay, this is going to be the decade of action, right? And I mean, clearly they had this all planned out. We can't even call it a conspiracy theory because they told us. Like they tell us, point blank to our faces exactly what they're going to do. And if for some reason you're not familiar, right? The United Nations has come up with this 17-point plan for sustainability.
17, you say?
17, I said. And every country that is a member of the United Nations has signed on to this, right? Now, I was really a fan of Trump's approach to the UN, pretty much telling them, to F off for the most part. Unfortunately, now that's not where we're at. Yes, Agenda 21 Agenda 2030 is Agenda 21 rebranded, is the Great Reset rebranded. Like, this is all the same thing, people. They have the exact same goals.
Build back better.
Yes. Yes, it is. It is.
It's all New World Order. It's
Yes,
all cabal.
it's
All the
exactly the same.
same shit.
Exactly. And they tell you, what are their goals? No poverty, right? Zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and community, responsible consumption and production, climate action. They want to look out for life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions and partnerships for the goals. Now, this sounds great on paper.
No. You know what it sounds like, and what it is controlling all resources, all forms of transport, land and
Yes.
sea. This is the maritime. This is how they've controlled the globe forever.
Yes, but they church it up to the masses like it's, and no offense to any, peace loving hippies out there, but they church it up to the masses like, oh, we're gonna solve all the problems. Just put your faith in us, like you said. Worship the government. That's the thing we see over and over with communist states is, what do? One of the first things they destroy is the church. The church and the family. Your loyalty.
What were they
can't
doing
be
last summer? What were they burning? What were they
Exactly.
blocking?
Yes. Your loyalty cannot be to anything but the state because they're the ones with the answers, right? And I mean, of course, we'd all
You will
love.
own nothing and like it.
Yes, you will own
Did you
nothing and
hear
will
me?
be
You will
happy.
own nothing and like it.
They could never tell me that. Oh, they could never tell me that, right? Some things don't change, but I mean, it sounds no poverty, zero hunger. Of course, we all want this. But here's the thing.
Hey, are we seeing zero poverty and no fucking hunger and no homeless? I don't think so. I think it's freaking 10x since the election.
Man, right? Wait, Alara, what are you talking about? Why are we going to lose the internet? Oh, wait, are we talking about the cyber
Because you will
pandemic?
own nothing and you will do new internet chatting. You will do none of it.
Here's the thing, Alara, and I was talking about this in the most recent Klaus video I did about the cyber pandemic. Their goal with this is going to be digital ID, right? Everybody, when the pandemic started, and everybody was like, it's going to be ID 2020, this, that, the other. Kinda. I've said it 100 times. I feel like they use this as a way to put in the institutions that they knew they were going to need to push all this shit in the first place. I mean, this isn't me talking. I mean, they said that, right? They literally said this is their opportunity to get all this stuff done, right? So they put these institutions and these track trace database programs in place that they knew they were going to need to push this agenda that they have. But as far as the internet, he says, Klaus Schwab has told us, there will be a cyber pandemic, some sort of a self replicating virus that will run through all connected devices, right? This is what they were just planning for at Cyber Polygon on the 9th. That it'll run through all the devices, whatever, that they will be able to save us. You know, we may have these mass outages and stuff. They will be able to save us, but what they're primarily pushing is this digital ID, this all-encompassing, you know, digital facsimile of your life that they will have complete and total access and control over to be able to make sure that you're okay, to make sure that you're
Facsimile, good
protected.
word.
You know, well, it is, yeah, your digital twin. That's what they want. You know, they want free and open access and complete control over our digital twins, which will govern the real life resources that we have access to, the real life programs that we have access to, the whether I mean in China right now, if you have a shitty social credit score, you can't even ride a bus. You can't get a bank loan, you can't open an account, you can't get on a plane, you can't buy a car, you can't do shit. If you buy too much beer and play too many video games, they've got a problem with you. And that is a beta
Wait,
test
are
for
you
what
sure
they want.
about that? I
I
think
am
they
a
like
hundred
that though.
percent
I think they
positive about
like
that.
you drinking too much booze and playing
Oh
video
no.
games and staying in the basement.
No, 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 no. No. As a matter of fact, in China, they're having a problem now with what they call the lie
Oh,
flat agenda.
China.
Yeah, China, not here, right?
Yeah, no, they
Thanks,
need
Trick
worker
Pony.
ants in China. That's what they got, definitely.
Well, now they've
Well,
got a
half
problem
their
with,
country's underwater right now.
man, that was tragic. They
I mean,
released
three
those
dams
dams.
broke. When is the and then what is the other one? It's called the bird. What is it called?
What are you talking about? Three Gorge
Three
Dam?
gorges hasn't broke yet. At least I haven't
No,
heard.
but
But three
listen,
other dams broke in central China, and you should see freaking videos. It's insane.
a matter of fact, the other day, I think it was in Guangzhou province where they released an overage on a dam. They released it. They didn't give the people any warning, and
Let
it
me let
filled
me
up the
let me
subway and
let me ask you
freaking
a question.
tunnels.
Let me ask you a question, Foil. Do you think God's pissed?
Man, if I yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'd be pissed. I'm pissed.
He will. It's not. It's not. It almost. I hate to say righteous anger, but it's almost like it's like penance, right?
Oh, listen.
It's like you know, when you read the Bible and there, I don't know if you saw the mosquito tornado
Whoa.
swarms and the locust swarms
Yes,
and all the flooding that's going on in Europe.
yes.
I mean, and so you start to just look at those things and go, okay. And we've certainly seen, you know, worldwide sort of massive weather events in the past, but not, I don't think, to this scale. And when you're talking about the areas that are being hit, these are also the areas that are like super in contention with their government right now, with lockdowns. And we're talking about us entering into a new phase of lockdowns, and people are like, well, why haven't we stood up like that? It's just because we haven't been locked down. So if you start to tear back the onion and look at, you know, what are the various trigger points that are really going to set off and be almost a unifying thing, because I think something quite honestly, and I don't say this to be like a doom fag. I'm saying this because it's like something big is going to fucking have to smack these fucking people, where it's just going to be, you're either going to be not be able to get food or access to your money or you know, fresh drinking water. It's going to be, I hope it doesn't come to that, but I think in order for this mass consciousness to really head in the right direction, with the new alignment of the planet and this in the planetary system, with this density changing, it's going to be forced no matter what. It's going to be forced, whether that's a solar flash or whether that's the return of Jesus Christ. I don't know. All I'm saying is we're reaching a precipice and something has to push it one direction or the other.
Woe
We either
unto
lose
them.
and we're fucked, or we win and we're going to have 1,000 years of peace.
Listen,
That's where I've reached with all of it. And maybe just because I'm
with
having
you.
a day, but what the fuck?
I am with you. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil. That's where we're at right now. AP asks, has the 7 year start? I assume you're talking about, you know, if not now, then
Talking about
soon.
the Jubilee.
AP. Well, I think he's talking about our the tribulation. Am I wrong? AP, clarify for me. Thank you for the cookie, Trick Pony. I think I missed. And for the 100 gold pills, I'm trying to make sure I say thank you to everybody. I haven't been able to pull them up to read them through at the beginning of each show. I try to get them during the shows. I see another cookie. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Um, Yeah, we're in the upside down, man. We're literally in the upside down. And yes, I do think
Well, we're in the
I
Luciferian inversion,
exactly.
and that's back to the
Exactly.
morality. It's we've completely lost morality in this country and in the world, really, because everyone copies the United States, and this fast and loose lifestyle has gotten popularized. And I've traveled the world. It's everywhere. You'd
Man,
be
listen,
surprised in
China's
third world
trying to
countries. I've been to
stop.
China, dude. They're so in their mobile, like tech, everything. It's insane. Even in third world countries on that side of the world, like they all have cell phones and like they're on
I
Facebook
lived in
and
the
like
Middle East. I'm aware. It was
yeah.
crazy. Like, yeah, I mean, holes in the shoes, but definitely had the newest Samsung. Like, it was crazy. Um, Weaponized Truth had said, hold on, where'd it go? Said that you can't even buy a gaming computer in 7 states, that it's violation of power regulations under Agenda 21. I'm having trouble getting a computer now. Yeah, I ordered a computer that they told me was in stock that is not in stock, and now they wanted me to wait for a month to have it delivered. So now I have to physically drive. I have to leave my house, and we know how I feel about leaving my actual house.
My God.
I know, and I have to drive somewhere.
Do you see how hard she's working for you guys? She has to leave her house.
Man,
This is
listen, I don't
serious.
like this whole going to town thing. I don't like town,
I'm
right?
fucking with you, sister. Trust me.
I don't like town. I don't like going to town. You never know what kind of ruckus you might run into. Like, I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I'm content in my nowhere, right? Uh,
Can we do the house quiz now?
can we do? Can we talk about the houses now?
Can we talk about my
Yeah, he
cottage?
said the 7 years in Revelation, the tribulation. If not, if we haven't started it already, and I know I'm not trying to be a doomer, guys, but hey, it's written. Whether you believe, and I see Alara saying maybe the Flash is the return of Jesus. Whether you believe that it's God or aliens, either way, when John wrote Revelation, he saw something and he wrote it down. And he's been pretty much on point, regardless
Yeah,
of your interpretation of it. I mean, something is going to happen.
absolutely. Yeah,
You
that's what
know,
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
yeah,
And
it's
we
gonna
just
be
need to
something.
continue to pray and be that example.
I will take my wand, Yvonda, when I have to go to town. Don't you worry. I'll flick it.
I see
Get away,
you.
like, get thee behind me, Satan! Whack! Right, all that.
Not today, Satan.
Right, not today. Not today. Ain't nobody got time for that. Right, so it's crazy. I saw some crazy stuff happening on Twitter, and this was something.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this: are you seeing? Because I don't do any social platforms anymore. It's been a
I
while,
somehow I'm
couple
still on
couple
Twitter.
years. Yeah. No, I mean, even after I got kicked off of Twitter, they let me back on, and I was like, no, thanks.
I see you,
Um,
Silent Bob Ross. That would be a good time to do it since I have to go to town anyway. I'm mad at this whole going to town business.
so Italian with your wand. I don't even know what I was going to say. Next point.
You don't go onto social platforms, but
Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, what are you seeing out there? Are you seeing like what kind of banter are you seeing when it comes to this
well,
type with the specific subject matter? Was it a specific post? And I'm curious, like, what is the conversation like?
in all fairness, after the original purges on Twitter, it felt like everybody had just kind of, I don't know, died out, gave up, whatever. There has been a dramatic resurgence in the number of people out here arguing on this particular battlefield, and it's kind of good to see. There's a lot of good points being made. Um, I mean, as far as what am I seeing? Well, right here, Jason Burmis, F this. Let's talk this mandatory, and I want it before we even go into this. Um, well, no, let's go ahead and do this now because I'm not gonna zap my eye out, filter dog. Don't you worry. That's what these glasses are for. Uh, they are, we are, we are on the brink of there being mandatory vaccinations now. And what did we see? We saw state of California, state of New York, and the Veterans Administration. What are you laughing at?
What Golden Chris?
The rock candy. I know, right?
Royals selling that rock candy so
I
hard.
like it. I usually am messing with my vape, guys.
I don't know why
It's
that cracked. It
something.
was just the timing of it was so good.
It's something to hold in my hand. Um, but I mean, we've seen state of California, state of New York, Department of Veterans Affairs, all now saying that by such and such a date, like you will be vaccinated. In France, and I talked about this.
Dude,
I
the
think
VA here just said they have I
that's what
think
I'm
8
talking about.
weeks. Oh yeah.
Yeah, here in the United States, like I am. amazed that we're at this point. Like I really am, and I shouldn't be, because it's not like we didn't see this coming. It's not like we didn't
Surprise! You
know.
already knew.
Yeah, it's not. But I'm still pissed, man. I'm still pissed. But like,
I think a lot of people have been feeling that, so especially the last couple days. I mean, and like I said, man, I think Scott said earlier, he's like, you have to understand that, like, when there's a good wave coming, there's also a negative. Like, every positive has a negative, right? Like, that's, I think, what he was alluding to. And then when you think about the structure of the universe, and every facet of energy or particle or neutron or atom or whatever, how they're structured, there's a positive and negative charge to everything, including the earth, right? And so we're made up of the same polarity, and so when it's going seemingly in one direction, it's also got a fucking tail dragging behind it. It's gonna like bite you in the ass. And because I thought like the end of last week and through the weekend was dope, and then like all of a sudden it was like, I didn't check the Schumann, but it was like, dude, something's going on.
right.
And I got this crazy news today, and it was like, dude, what the fuck, man? So we're under attack, man. It's like we're at war. If you guys don't understand, this is a spiritual war. Like, beyond the politics and the fucking policy, this is a spiritual war.
Absolutely.
Protect yourself. Arm yourself up.
Absolutely.
With a wand.
I am armed, sir. I am armed. Um, yeah, I mean, but in France now, they have made it law, despite the protests, that if you are out in any public forum and you are not able to show your papers, as if this doesn't sound all freaking Reichish, if you can't show your papers, um, it's 6 months in prison. And if you're a business owner and you're not checking people's papers, it's a year in prison. Right. And you saw them pouring, and it was huge on Twitter. You asked, what am I seeing? People pouring into the streets in France, in Germany. We've seen shit in Cuba, South Africa. People are just, they've had enough. They've had enough. You
Yeah,
know.
well, South Africa's on the basically, in lack of a better term, a civil war at this
Yeah,
point.
it failed state.
And it's getting pretty wild in terms of what's happening geopolitically, because I always talk about this analogy, and when I think about God's plan, is when we're the plan or trust the plan. No, it's God's plan. And I envision this giant ring, this gold ring, and it surrounds the globe, and it's slowly closing, right? The fitting's getting smaller and smaller. And I think that we're seeing these eruptions, because keep in mind, the news cycle moves so fast. Like, remember Myanmar, like,
Yeah,
Burma, like that was the first beta. That beta kitty was freaking like, dude, military came in and took over the government and shut off the fucking internet. What did they just do in Cuba? They shut off the internet. Like, what do they do? Like, it's squeezing in, right? America's the big bad boy on the block.
But
Like,
what's crazy is we sit around and we think, oh, it could never happen here.
no, it's happening
Yes,
here
it
right
can.
now.
Yeah, right. Like, what do you mean?
No,
It is
literally in front
happening
of you in
here.
real time. Just open your fucking eyes and ears. It's happening right now.
Before the first, I kept trying to tell my family, like, listen, people, they're
Yes, brain pod.
going.
One rule, one ring to rule them all. That's
Yes, exactly. Exactly. I kept
one world
trying to
order.
tell my family, like, they are going, this is what's about to happen. Oh, you're crazy, my grandfather. You're crazy. I don't Oh, you're freaking conspiracy theories. 3 months later, he was like, what were you saying about this, that, or the other now? Like, now, oh, now, okay. Like, it can happen here. It's happening here. Like, De Blasio, Jason Burmis had just posted this. Uh, we tried voluntary. We could not have been more kind and compassionate as a country. The voluntary phase is over. Voluntary alone doesn't work. It's time for mandates. Now, of course, this dude is an asshat, okay? But people believe what he's saying. He's not the only one saying it. Newsom said the same thing. Like, and even though we look at these people as fools, they're running shit. This is why the UN in and of itself is a problem for me, because these people in the World Economic Forum, the United Nations, all of these global, global governance that we didn't elect. Like, I didn't vote for these assholes, right? They think they know better than you know what's good for you. And somehow we've given up the idea of liberty, for what people consider to be safety. And it's not even actual safety. You're not even any more safe, which is what's crazy to me. Like this shit is amazing to me. And I had posted on this quite a long time ago. As a matter of fact, in April 20th, 2020, the World Health Organization posted their immunization agenda 2030, right? And I said, yeah, no, any word modified by the phrase Agenda 2030 is a total no-go for me. When you need a subsection titled monitoring and surveillance, that's a hell no as well, right? This was over a year ago. And they published a whole thing, which apparently they have it here. How they have now integrated their immunization goals into their Agenda 2030 goals, right? Because it's what's best for everybody, right? There's no personal liberty is now off the table for these people. BrainPod says UN has been a problem since its inception. WEF, WHO, UN, CFR, Bilderberg trial. Yes, all of them. Absolutely. Absolutely. And even before that, like if you don't remember, before the United Nations, right? Woodrow Wilson, this genius, tried the League of Nations, right? America didn't join because at that point, Americans were like, this sounds fishy, right? And this was something pushed by Soros in the Open Society, something they knew they needed some sort of a global governance uh, uh, consortium, right? Well, when the whole League of Nations shit went to hell because they couldn't prevent anything, we still ended up with World War II breaking out. After World War II, then after that mass casualty event, then everybody was suddenly like, okay. You know, let's give this UN thing a try. And look where we're at now. These people have been setting agendas for how long, right? And for a while, it felt like they were just moving the goalposts. Well, they're not moving the goalposts anymore, right? They're telling you this is what's happening. This is the timeline. This is what we're doing. You know, now it's like moves on us. What are you going to do? What are we going to do? Anybody in the chat?
That's the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Us ranting about it is great, but and yeah. This, hey overlords, this is not me making a call for action, YouTube algorithm gods, right? I'm just saying.
Don't even fucking call them that.
You know I'm being facetious.
I know, but don't call them that.
What, the algorithm overlords or the archons?
The G word. They don't get that title.
Demiurge, right? Archonic energies, whatever they are, right? What are we gonna do? Like if we don't move together as one. Alara keeps saying this today. I don't know. This is her thing. We need to. Where's she at? I don't even know where she.
Okay, so I made this analogy the other day. If we're in a Chinese finger trap, how do you get out of a Chinese finger trap?
Right.
You push your fingers gently together. So your left and your right hand, you push those two together, right? And then it releases the tension and you pull that trap off.
Well, Thumper Rose says we can go to our local government because that's personal. That is
so the unity thing is important. I agree. Is why I brought that analogy up. But to your point, how do we continue to get there? I think it's everything that we've been talking about in this community. Continuing to fellowship, bring in new people, be the red pill, as Methods likes to say. You know, continue to set the example, and shit's gonna get hot. So it's hard to be patient. I mean, like you know, Foil, what I'm going through right now. Like but 90% of life is showing up. So we just got to keep showing up. What's your other option? What are you gonna do? I'm here as long as God needs me to be, and when He's done with me, He'll take me home, God willing. And so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and fighting the way I know how to fight, and continuing on the path of ascension, really, because I can't take. I've reconciled in my heart that I can't take everyone with me, but I'm going to try to take as many people as I can on the way. You're on mute, sweetheart.
This is true too. My bad. Thank you. That's absolutely true too, Belushi. Not only do we need to focus on our local, which I push on here all the time, you know, that this has to be a bottom up thing. It cannot be it'll never be a top down thing. Top down is submission, right? We need to home grow positive movements. But yes, we also need to focus on our personal notions and our personal ascension, our trying to be individually better every day than we were the day before. I agree with that. Weaponized Truth, thank you for the can. Uh, he started this game where every time I say the word overlords, he has to drink. So good luck
Well,
with
now,
that,
dude,
sir.
the robot rants. Wait till you
Robot
see it. We're
rants,
coming out with a robot rant T-shirt line. Just wait.
right? It's
It's
gonna be
it's
great,
gonna have. I'm gonna manifest this shit right now on the air. Robot rants. Uh,
right?
all right. I'm not even gonna get into the other things because then I'm gonna get called out for not finishing something. It's where I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I
Just give
promise.
me the beak now.
Just
Uh-huh.
give me the stems now so I can make the beat. Yeah, no, it's in the works. I like reverse engineering it. I just got so much personal crap right now. I'm
It
sorry,
happens.
guys. It's yeah.
We love you. It happens. Speak. You're right. This is definitely this, and that's something else we need to understand is that this is a totally different type of war. This is you know what fourth and fifth
It
generational
literally is a
warfare.
spiritual war.
It's a
It's a
spiritual war,
spiritual battle.
and
It's a spiritual war.
but
That's that.
even in the
There's
physical,
no.
it's different. It's an information war.
That's that. Yeah, that's the surface battle.
Yes.
But ultimately, all encompassing, it is a spiritual war. Literally, there's no denying it in my head at all. Like thinking that we're gonna like redesign the swamp to be a less swampy swamp is ridiculous. We need a complete rejiggering
Overhaul.
of human society completely.
Right.
And that's God.
I agree.
Otherwise, he's going to wipe us out and start over. You know that, right? You all fucking know that shit out there?
Right. Like try it again. Try it again. This iteration sucked. Right? Classical chick is right. You keep working on, you keep moving towards the spiritual. Raise your consciousness and move towards the spiritual. That's what you can do immediately personally. And fearless, okay, what did I not what am I supposed to be reading over here? Sorry. I was ranting. I'm trying to look. He says I'm not reading their chats.
It said 2030, but it was meant to say rants.
Yeah, right.
Robots and rants.
Robot rants.
Speaking of robots, is there anything that we need to know in the robot world? Any robot news?
Man.
Any AI news?
Oh, that sounds like a whole nother show, right?
I know. We'll do it some other time.
AI news. That's the last thing you guys want me going off about is the
Oh,
freaking.
but maybe just on Discord. I just want you to go off about all the AI news. I need
to make a Discord. So I've yet
actually
to do that.
I have some AI news for you. Actually,
Oh, do share, right?
well, not on the air.
Okay.
Do share, not on the air. Remix, Puffin.
Right. Let me see here. There have been 6 iterations of the Matrix Neo, says BrainPod. I know, right?
Yeah, we're entering into Jubilee, the 7,000th year of 6,000 years of satanic Luciferian dominion control, and he was given that control. There was a deal made, and he's trying to go to the kingdom of God and take over the throne. You guys know that's what's going on, right?
Oh, well, listen, I believe that these dark elements really think they have a chance at a war with God, which is ridiculous to me, but
No, they're since the Nephilims, they've been trying to, that's why they bred the hybrids. They've been trying because they thought
Yes.
if they had human DNA, they'd be able to pass through these
Yes.
different gates, and that those dominions and those generals around the globe, like all over the ley lines that control these gates, that they are going to go up and take over the kingdom of God. But God has to invite them. Only Satan can go into the kingdom of God. He wants to bring his whole army in there, overthrow God, which will never happen because there are cosmic laws. When we say natural law, that's really cosmic law.
oh yeah,
That's why they have to tell you what they're doing before they do it.
and they do too. If you know where to look.
And back to 2030.
The whole shenanigans is out
that
there,
was
guys.
a fucking segue. What?
Right? I mean, think about it. Okay, everything is in a line. They say they want the you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. They want you to live in the pod. They've got this whole smart city agenda where they're saying, by 2030, 80% of the world's population is going to live in an urbanized area. So they want to go in and what they really want to do is they really want to put everybody in these smart cities so that they can take the majority of the land for themselves, right? And what have we seen recently? Like I know I've talked about it. I don't know which show it was, but how like the World Economic Forum, they've got shit now where they're monitoring, and here's this kind of some robot news, AI news, right? They've got AI monitoring
Robot
forests,
rants.
right? AI monitoring forests. I saw something, I saw Sage Farmer talking about Microsoft, Bill Gates and them going through looking to see what you throw away, like your trash, so that they can have this circular economy. Your trash, they're going to be monitoring what you throw away. Like, and it can they can it'll be a bad mark on your credit score if you throw certain shit away that could have been upcycled or recycled or whatever. Like, I mean, they're in every part of your life.
Well,
Like,
let me put another side of the coin on you on that. You lived in the Middle East, right?
I did.
My brother lived in Dubai for 6 months, and beyond what I know about his experience there, I also know that some of those when the original construction, and I'm talking about like over a decade ago, maybe 15 years, was going up at those super duper fucking high rises. Literally, there is an entire population. So when you talk about 1 in 99, it's probably like a fraction of 1 and 99 point whatever. We're living off of the elite who lived in these ivory towers, garbage. And I don't know if it was Dubai, but there's slum cities throughout that part of the world and in India and other
They bring in the
places.
foreign workers.
No, but
that
they
can't
live off
stay.
the garbage. They live off the
Oh,
plastics
good
and
Lord.
recycling.
Well, let me
Like
tell
they
you,
build
when I was in
crafts. They
man, when I
like,
was
dude,
in
I'm telling
Jordan,
you, like literally, that's how they're living.
when I was in Jordan, this was there was a flood of refugees from Syria coming in. And these people were coming with nothing and also literally living off of the trash that was thrown away by the Jordanian people. And man,
Dude, straight up economy living off of trash. Like an
it
entire.
was the sickest shit, dude. Little kids with, I mean, they didn't have
That's
running
what I
water.
say.
They were
People,
setting up like
okay,
shanty
instead
towns
of
and
you
tent
sending your
cities and shit.
fucking kid to indoctrination camp, pay 1 semester's worth of tuition, get them a fucking, well, hopefully the world is a place where we can travel again, and you can still travel, but give them a Euro pass for 3 months, and then the other 3 months, let them travel the other half of the fucking hemisphere and fucking let them come back and see what they think about fucking communism. Okay.
Man, listen, right? You don't realize what you have here until you try to go live somewhere else. Like, that
Done it.
became
Done it my whole life since
blatantly
I was a little
apparent to
kid.
me.
That's why I know this shit's fucking bullshit,
Even
man.
even something that I took for granted, and I don't know, I'm sure I've told the story, running water, right? I'm over there separating whites and darks and brushing my teeth 3 times a
Plumbing,
day,
dude.
and
Plumbing.
listen, taking 2 showers a day or whatever. I'm there the first week I'm there. Wednesday comes, and I go to get in the shower. The shower wouldn't turn on, and my dude is like, "Oh no, he'll be here Friday." I said, "The water's broke." No, 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 it's not broke. He'll be here Friday. What do you mean he'll be here Friday? They had to come and fill up cisterns on the top of the buildings. Like, you got X amount of water. Like, that's it. Period. Otherwise, you had to go buy your water. Like, there was no forever running water sources. Like, water is a very valuable commodity in some places. Like, just shit
Dude,
we
it's
take for
literally the
granted.
most valuable
Exactly.
commodity, and it's also the most available. 70+% of this planet is water. What are our bodies made of? The same.
Right. That's
We
crazy.
are symbiosis with the fucking earth. Like, like what they're doing in
Hey, Neo.
California, drying up these lakes and shit is. I lived there for 10 years. I have a special place in
They're
my heart for Southern
dumping. They're
California
dumping the
and really
lakes.
the whole state. Do you know what they did back in the
What?
day with DWP, where they siphoned off various river flows from the Colorado River that comes all the way into the San Fernando Valley, and they siphoned off that water into the city of Los Angeles to build Los Angeles. They refine oil right on the shore, and it's like some of the most expensive gas prices in the country because they literally had electric car technology, and they were going to build this monorail system and all this bullshit. Like, dude, like literally, it's it's the petrodollar. It's a car culture there. Like everything that's done there is specifically about. Here's what you always need to look at: railroad, gas production pipelines. Anywhere where there's fracking or natural gas extraction, and then power lines and power companies. All that's like when you play Monopoly. When you play Monopoly, like you always want to own the rails. You always want to have like
Right.
Park Place. Like you have these strategic positions that you take on the board. That's how these globalists fucking play, dude. It's a big fucking board game to these people.
Yeah, it's
And
crazy.
they use the maritime law system in order to basically strip your sovereign rights as an American citizen. as a sovereign human naturally born in America.
Half of these people, they don't even got a strip. They're just willingly giving it up. Just giving it up. Like,
dude, you're telling me you're going to fire me from my job for a mandate, which isn't law. Number one. Number two, you're violating my HIPAA rights. Number three, I'll see you in court. Like, what? I can't come to work because you're telling me what I have to do with my own medical treatment. That is an
you won't be able to go anywhere in
leap.
society. You won't
That
be
is
able
an
to buy and
insane
sell
leap.
without
And the
this mark.
fact that people are accepting it is the stronghold of the slavery system that people don't realize they're in. Well, I have to go to work. I have to pay my bills. Well, what if you didn't pay your bills? What if you didn't go to work? Make somebody force you out of your fucking home at this point. I'm not saying to do that. What I'm saying is it's like people aren't willing to go that far.
No.
Right? So they have you in this fucking catch-22 trap.
You
they have you in their mousetrap.
It can't get
they
that
have
bad,
you in
right?
your mousetrap. I'm a fucking like crazy motherfucker, so I do stuff like that and I have in my life. But like, people aren't willing to do that kind of thing.
We're not. Yes, trust me. I know. I lived without government interference for quite some time until they caught up with my ass. What up, Sam? Japan is about
secrets.
Japan is about to dump mad chemicals in the water from Fukushima. Yes, I know. So, I mean, what do you think about taking some callers, Belushi? I thought maybe.
Yeah, let's take some callers. That'd be fun.
All right, guys.
I've had a fucking shit day, so let's go.
I'm gonna try and maybe not have 100 people at once, but I'm putting the link in the chat.
Do you want me to?
No.
Well, did you upgrade?
Yes, I did. Yes,
excellent.
I did.
Excellent. Well, that's breaking news. Beep, 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 beep,
Right.
Okay, so we have more than 40 minutes. Cool.
Yes,
let's
we
go.
do. We've got plenty of time. Yes, we're doing call-ins, Alara. I put the link in there. Thanks for the cookie, Sean Joe. Thank you for your guys' donations. I appreciate it. You guys are great.
You can send my cut to Belushi1 at protonmail.com.
Belushi1 at protonmail.com. Alara, we don't care about cussing on this channel, right? I don't know what you're talking about.
The fuck are you talking about?
Have you heard us this whole time? Let me see. Yeah, Jessica Light Warrior. Yeah, what they've been doing it for about 10 years. Yes, but they're about to dump like the entirety of it now. They have no other options apparently. I just saw an article on this a couple of months ago. It's crazy. You can call and unleash the Kraken, Alara. I'm sure the people want to hear from you. What up, Wise Mama Bear? Hey, Disco Daphne. Okay. Do we have any? Nobody's gonna bite, huh? What? If you want to call in, Alara, do it. Now's the time. Right? There you go, guys.
Oh, well, maybe no one's calling in because you didn't have the Zoom link in the freaking thing.
I've been putting it in there, man.
Well, I can't see your screen. I mean, it's like people are
true.
going to have to like write it down and shit. When you put a link in there, it's much easier. Joyful June, what's going on?
All right. Thank you for the lemons, Morning Flower. Thanks, LA Addicts. Thank Nick Houston. What up, D Live fam? Good to see you guys. Hey, Starstream. Good to see you.
Laura just reposted the link. She's like, I'm just going to mod. Fuck this.
Hateful. But yeah, in any case, I mean, so
we won't bite. Come on in. So
we're even to the point, like, there's sustainability, right? You're not going to eat any meat, right? You'll eat meat once in a while. It'll be a treat.
The fuck I won't. I'm going to be fucking eating meat.
Man, who you telling? Listen, right? Who you telling? Right? Yvonda. Yvonda.
I'll be right back. Oh, hi,
Okay.
Yvonda. Welcome. If she can hear me. Hold on. Right. I'll be right back.
Yvonda?
Hey, yeah,
Hi.
finally it's connected.
Hi, Yvonda. I'll be right back.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Belushi.
So, guys, this is
Hi.
Yvonda. This is who made my wonderful wands, right?
Yes, hold on. They,
What are you flushing the toilet there, Yvonda? What's going on?
no. It's the lawn crew.
I'm messing with you. Thanks for the can, Curly Kaylee.
We've been going for 2 freaking days.
Oh,
Seriously.
my goodness.
And it's maybe 5 acres, maybe.
Oh, good
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. So I'm glad you like the pyramid.
I love them. I love
And the
them all.
wands.
Yes. Thank you
Yes,
so
so-
much. That was so thoughtful.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing with everyone. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. I put your stuff in my description. I'm going to keep it in there, and I'll remind people during different shows that they should definitely go check that out.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Well,
of
that's the
course.
only reason I called in, just to say thank you.
No, thank
I
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. They're beautiful. And like I said, I haven't had a headache in the 2 days that this has been sitting here. I feel better.
Good. Good. It should also ground you, and your root chakra should be really good. So yeah, you should get better and better every day.
Well, good. Good. Well, I
I
spend
think
most of my time sitting next to it. So,
so. I think the next time you have guests in that one bedroom, you should put the pyramid in there. See what happens.
oh, right. Maybe I'll take it in there when I go to sleep.
Yeah, I think you should.
I think we know what you
It
mean by guests.
Yeah,
right?
she does. Yeah, she means the non-corporeal kind.
Her family came over.
Big
and the
words
baby
and
was
stuff.
crying. Yes. Baby kept
Hey, where can
breaking up.
we find your stuff?
I'm on Instagram at Yvonda. I'm on Facebook, Yvonda's Fine Arts. I think the next time you have guests,
Uh-oh.
in that
Who
Hey,
doesn't have their
AP,
stream
AP,
muted?
mute your stream, dude.
Sorry.
No worries, love.
Go ahead, you go ahead, Yvonda.
I forgot where I was at. So
You were
Uh,
Instagram. Do you have a
Instagram,
website? Like
Facebook.
where are you selling your wands at?
just contact me on Instagram or Facebook. I'm also on Telegram.
On Twitter, on
I'm
Telegram.
on Twitter.
Yeah,
Yeah. Twitter is at Yvonda W.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's all posted right here, you guys. It's in the description below on the YouTube. You should go check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome,
And so
awesome.
yeah, I did have a website in the city where my studio was located during the shutdown. They literally shut my business down. I'm paying
Oh, good
rent.
Lord.
I got to
Oh, I
raise.
know. It's so messed up. That was what sort of the whole, I would say, organized chaos, bobbling, steep bop doobaloo, fucking ranting we were doing. It all stems from that frustration of all aspects of how they've suppressed, hurt, and really just tried to get us to give up. And that's really what I come away with all of this with is they're pushing. They're never gonna stop until they're stopped, and so they're gonna keep pushing until, because in the past we have all sort of turned the other cheek or given up or like let them go be freaks over there or whatever. But it's become such a sort of adverse force, if you will, against all assets of our energy, our consciousness, how we interact with the world, how we do business, how we see each other, how we heal our bodies. I mean, it's never ending, and there needs to be more people out there offering holistic solutions to people like yourself. So I really appreciate you, and hopefully people go check you out.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you very
Absolutely.
much. I appreciate it. All right, I'll let you go.
Much
Thanks
love to
again.
you.
Bye-bye.
All right, what's up, Weaponized Truth? What's up, AP9889? Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys.
Hey, what's going on,
You got
Loyal?
some-
What's going on, Belushi?
What up?
Hi, AP.
Hello.
So, Weaponized Truth, you got some thoughts on the agenda here? I saw you writing some stuff in the chat on Foxhole. What did I miss?
Absolutely. The whole reason why I started making videos was because of this shit. It was Agenda 21. You know, like I've known what's going on. I've never believed in the government. I still fucking don't. It's all a fucking dog and pony show. Like, I was sitting there talking to Alara. She's like, oh, yeah, everybody's saying, fuck this, I'm not getting a vaccine. Alara's like, yeah, let's all move to Florida. And I'm like, dude, I'm not moving to a state where they literally have forced vaccination laws in place.
I
She's
saw
like,
that the other day.
And she's like, I hadn't even heard about this. I'm like, oh, yeah, like that's a real thing. Like, I'm not fucking going there. But yeah, I literally just saw it today. You guys can go look it up for yourselves.
He's right.
There's like 6 different states, California, Hawaii, Colorado, and like 3 others, where it's illegal to buy Dell Alienware gaming computers because it violates their power regulation laws. Right? And they're literally coming in and they're starting slow by slow to literally control every little detail of your life, right? And think about this, because if they're doing this with gaming computers, and to use one of your favorite words, what do they decide to do this to your toaster? Like your refrigerator,
Man.
or your coffee maker, right? Oh, you're breaking our power consumption laws, so you can't have this shit anymore. You're going to have nothing and you're going to like it. Right? Isn't that what they told us?
Well, we saw in Texas how they were
Klaus
even using.
Schwab.
Yeah, right. That fucking douche. We saw in Texas how they were going in during the recent heat wave, and they were adjusting. They were using the smart thermostats to adjust people's temperature controls in their houses.
They're also blowing up fucking houses in California during the 3 years, 4 years ago. Can't remember the fires. The last year I was there before I moved out was the big Malibu fires. Well, yeah, they're using those smart meters to fucking blow houses up too. Don't think that shit ain't real, man.
I don't
And
listen.
so-
I don't trust any.
They
of
want you in a smart grid in a smart city, like not owning anything, social credit score, nanobots in your vax. You walk through the door at Walmart to get your Chinese goods, and they just fuck, you know what I mean? And then if you get out of line, bam, they snap off all your fucking access to everything, and then you're just an NPC. Well, you're already an NPC, but you're just fucking wandering around with no fucking direction now. Literally like hold on, my camera's off. Literally like a fucking idiot zombie robot, and like where are you gonna go now? Where are you gonna go?
So check this
you
out.
better learn
right?
you better learn some fucking survival skills.
We should all move to Mexico.
What up, fearless? Right? Mexico
What's up?
seems
I love
to be,
Mexico.
Yeah,
I
right.
spent a lot of time down there.
They seem to be
but,
doing all right.
You're going to be
You
in
can all
survival
come to
mode. You're going to
Gla-
be
you
in
can all
survival
come to
mode down there
Glasgow if you
too.
like,
So
I don't mind.
if you have survival skills, you can live down there. But you know what I'm saying? Like you have to understand that the population of the United States is fucking fat and lazy.
This is yeah.
I'm sorry.
Boyle,
I'm just going to tell it how it is.
We could start a wee commune on Loch Ness.
Oh, that sounds fun. I'm all
Grow
about
mushrooms and
that. Right? I'm all about that. All right, I'm all about that commune life, right? Sounds like a plan to me.
I'm all about that Nessie life.
About that Nessie life, right? Whoop whoop. What up,
Where are you
AP?
from, friend?
Oh,
Hey,
Oh, sorry.
hey, I'm talking serious now. No troll, no funny, no nothing.
okay.
Okay. I was born in Stockholm in East Germany.
I heard you talking about this last night.
The wall came down. Yeah, I was born in real deal communism. These motherfucking libtards don't have a fucking clue what the hell they're looking for.
Yep, that's right. That's right, AP.
I'm dead serious. Like,
I know. I've lived in communist countries, dude.
Yeah. Have people ever made their own ketchup before? Have you ever had to kill someone to get a fucking potato? Have you ever seen someone lit on fire with a fucking flamethrower for arguing with the police? Have you ever seen them test missiles out by shooting them in your fucking house? I have. You got me fucked up. There's no way in hell I'll ever accept that shit again. I'll die on my feet free before I ever live on my knees as a slave.
You're right,
You
AP.
got me fucked up.
You see the Cubans that were marching in front of the White House the other day were MFing the liberal media and the BLM people that were standing around telling them, like, you don't know what you're talking about. You people that are co-signing this communist nonsense, you don't know what you're talking about.
They don't have to. And the worst part is,
Yeah, go ahead, AP.
I have my best friend, okay? He's kind of a libtard, but not really a full libtard.
Just as a half a libtard.
Yeah, just like a sort of libtard.
Okay.
But I told him, I said, it'd be dumbasses like you, and I'm sorry for saying this to him, not to you guys. I don't give a damn. I just talk out talk. Fuck you. You deal with that, don't. But to him, I'm like, he's my best friend. So I'm sorry to say, but these dumbasses like you that be marching your happy ass to the death camp to take a shower. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, it was dumbasses like you that did that shit. It was people like me that said, no, fuck you, I ain't doing shit.
Right.
AP, did you hear me talking earlier about instead of sending your kid to college, and at least if that sort of higher education still is something that
Send him to
deems
Cuba.
Well, no, I'm just saying if that still seems to be deemed important in society in terms of succession of career, if that is even something that we feel we still need because I feel like the whole system and the way it's set up, we shouldn't be working this way. But anyways, I digress. What I'll say is, what I was saying, AP, is people should send their children, not their children, they're young adults prior to college, and they should travel. They should travel the world and understand how these examples that exist around the globe, and really truly appreciate the importance and the freedom and the God blessed of America. Like, he blessed this land for us, like the way it was designed, taken, thought of, and there was a lot of fucked up shit that went down. But at the end of the day, this is it's one of the promised lands. So it's like, you know, I'll tell you this from my own experiences. Like, when I get back to America, always I'm like, damn, it's good to be
Man,
back
right?
in the States, man.
Right.
Like, there's something that is and as we watch this shit slip away, people lost the I don't know, it's the culture, man. It got ridded from the culture. That it, like, growing up, man, like everything was like 4th of July block parties, summer block parties, and very patriotic. Like, and dude, I grew up in Chicago during my formative years. Like, it was fucking patriotic as fuck in the North Shore where I grew up. Like, it was like everything that you do was like, like you celebrated your country. Like, you were proud to be there. You were proud to be from your neighborhood. Like, and these kids now, like, I see this little bitch on a scooter with his mother, and he pulls a flag. He's like fucking 8 years old.
I saw that video.
I threw my phone out the window. I had to go get it. It was like landed on my deck. I was so fucking mad because I'm like,
ridiculous.
The mother's watching. I'm like, okay, sweetie, let's go now. You just like ruined America.
You're super proud, right?
Like,
proud.
There's a whole generation. So this isn't just now. It's also stepping back and realizing how many people we're going to need to be the literal mass consciousness of raising our kids in a manner that is the way we were raised and how we respect America, because it's lost and it's a fucking weird puzzle checkerboard all over the place. And what AP is alluding to, like, people who understand, like, I lived in like a very new vanilla version of communism, and it was like working because it was a small, like, Kathmandu is pretty small in Nepal. But they had just, after the Mao insurgency and the earthquakes there, like, they got so decimated as a country, they had this like small version of communism. I talked in length with a lot of Nepalis because I lived there for 4 months, about policy and how they do politics and all these things. And they were like, I was like, yeah, that's not going to end well. It's not going to end well. So it's always this slow introduction of the idea. Now they're on this rapid fucking speed and this rapid time.
Oh yeah, they definitely amped up the pace.
Right? So it's all amped up now. So hopefully enough people will now be waking up, because the fucking track, like the car rides get bumpy, right? For everyone. Like, you're all in the car.
It starts with something stupid like that. It always does.
Well, let me, Fearless.
And it sounds dumb and cliche, but I heard someone saying this earlier. And it was so funny because I resonated with me so much. It started with schools giving these stupid kids free lunch.
Free lunch.
Yeah, right. It all started with the free lunches, right?
I'm dead, yes. That just started. What they do under communism, at least what I know what they do, is when I was born, we're already under full-blown communism. I heard stories about what happened, how it led to that. I wasn't alive then when it led to that, so I don't know. But all I do know is that they dangled carrots in front of people and said, okay, we'll give you this, but you have to give up this. Okay? So they said, okay, and little chunk by little chunk, you give up until everything's gone. You don't have a pot to pension because they took it all.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
And so what? They said, oh, well, we're giving you freedom. You have the freedom to worship them.
Exactly.
You don't have freedom shit.
Right.
It's bad when they tell, like, okay, I was born Celtic German. Okay, I could speak German and I could speak Celtic. Okay, I was taught that as a kid. But I learned to speak English when I moved to America. But see, one like, and it was bad. The Soviets would punish us if we didn't speak their language.
Right.
They would tell you what you can say.
Boy.
Yeah, and I think what you're alluding to, maybe AP, is the conversation we're having earlier, Foil, about morality. I mean, and that's what's been lost.
Yes.
That is my number one thing that I look at. The morality is lost,
Gone.
and the divine feminine and the female in society is supposed to set that morality compass. I firmly believe that, and
But
that is in
there's
tune with
got to
Mother
be a
Earth.
balance.
And
No.
it's lost. Why are women trying to become men? Why are women trying to fucking like rule it's like, dude, it's so against the design and the flow of things. Not that you can't have a career, not that you can't be an athlete or be successful. When I talk about the natural order, especially when you're raising a family, it is completely been fucking spun around and disrupted and inverted, and Lucifer is all up in this bitch.
Now,
He's all up in
hold
your
on.
fucking backyard, okay?
Fearless.
Yes.
What do you got going on? Now. I heard Belushi asking where you're from. Well, you said you're in Gloucester, Scotland, right?
Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Right. Tell us, what are you seeing over there?
Scotland.
Crazy accents.
I
I'll
love you.
fuck you up, motherfucker.
I love your accent though. I love when you leave me the little voice messages. Those are great. So tell us, what are you seeing over there? How are the people reacting to the shenanigans where you're at?
Well, there's a lot of protests going on currently at Glasgow Green. We've had protests going on every weekend. They're kind of smallish. We could do by having the sort of people that we get going to football matches, going to these protests and rallies, which would be great, because there's only like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 at the moment. But it's picking up speed and picking up momentum. We've just had enough. Everyone's had enough, Foil.
I believe it.
Do you feel like, so are they pushing that? Are they going to push this passport on you guys? Like, are you guys like entering in another stage of lockdown? That's why
There's absolutely,
because I know the
no
UK
chance
is
that's
pretty
gonna
diverse.
happen, Belushi. It may happen in England. There may be some sort of passport push or try. Boris may be just trying to appease the overlords and the cabal. I don't really know. He's still a bit of a mystery to me.
Yeah, same.
As far as Scotland goes, we are totally kind of still a cabal country, but the general consensus and emotion of the country is changing for the better. So it's a process. It takes time.
Yes.
Well, I know, but like, as long as, because we are seeing this rise in global consciousness. That's why I pay attention to the geopolitical stuff so much.
Absolutely.
It's the ring
Absolutely.
I talk about, because like, this is what's happening everywhere else in the world. I mean, you guys know how bad some of these countries have it, like New Zealand and Australia, and
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
alluding to in England. I mean, it's bad. It's bad there. Like, we haven't faced that type of pain, but the more that consciousness rises, because we see you guys and we recognize that's going to continue to be our literally frontline defense. That is all of our defense. That is literally everything we have. So that's why
I get
say
antsy
it's a
when I see
spiritual war.
protests
I
elsewhere.
can say one thing about that is we're all with you. All of us are with you, man. We fucking love Trump over here.
Right. Right. Fearless, get on Foxhole. What are you doing?
Maybe.
They love your accent over there, by the way. They're saying.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
No, Fearless kills it in Jordan Sather's Telegram. Like, I love it.
Who's that?
Yeah, right. It just.
Oh, sorry. Hi.
Who is it? It just says Zoom user. Hello, welcome to Cognitive
Oh,
Dissonance. Good to see you.
hi.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry. My stupid avatar. I'm still learning how to fix my stupid picture. It's Curly
Whoa.
Kaylee.
Oh, hey.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, what's up?
Just, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to lurk in the background, but
No,
AP
you're good.
made such a good point, and so did you guys. So did you, Belushi, about motherhood. Like right now, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna get a little emotional because I'm going through it so hard. Like just with you, Belushi, with your if you will, baby mama ex, or however you want to call her, the father of my kids is in absolute denial. I've tried to show him everything I can, everything, even the gentle stuff, like as far as
what we're living under is just bullshit. Like and I'm talking from because he's apolitical, he doesn't care, he doesn't want to talk about it. Even to the fact, like even the Disney stuff, like where he gets so upset with me because I'm like, I don't want my kids watching Disney anymore. I'm uncomfortable with it because I've seen enough. I've seen enough. I don't want to participate anymore. And he's like, why? He's like, so you're going to just shelter your kids until they don't know? I'm like, no, I'm going to raise my kids. There's a difference. I'm not going to let, he brought up Blue's Clues, and his babysitter, our babysitter for our 2-year-old daughter was like, oh, she loves Blue's Clues. And she said it to him. And I go, I don't want her watching Blue's Clues. He's like, oh my God, why are you acting like this? I'm like, because they're promoting things that I don't want the TV talking to my kids. I want to talk to my kids. I want to be able to have that conversation with them when they're able to have it, not when they're 2, not when they're 6. I'm not saying I'm against it, but I'm the one that has to have that conversation, not the state, not the corporation. If you, and so I'm at that point where it's beginning to like, I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I feel like the Titanic sometimes because like just the weight of what I try to tell him, he tells me that I'm crazy. And I'm like, I'm not crazy. I'm saying that we need to be involved in raising our kids, not allowing the television to do it. That's my point.
Right.
I really want to chime in on this television thing, you guys, if you want to give me just a sec here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It occurred to me yesterday, right? Like if we want to know what the hell's going on, right? There's people who are telling us what's going on all the time, right? Klaus Schwab, right? George Soros, the IMF, like all of these people, right? And so like literally I was randomly going through and I'm just bookmarking all these different people, like Bill Gates, he's got a blog, right? I went and checked that out. His newest reading list of 5 books is super fucking interesting. But check this out. I was over at the World Economic Forum, right? And I just happened to go see because they are involved in a lot of the shit that's going on too. And the first fucking thing that I come across, and I put a link in the chat earlier. You guys can go look at it. There's a video right now where they're putting shit on your body where they are literally turning humans into batteries. They are literally using your body to charge.
Yeah. What is human biological interface, human computer interface, whatever. Yes. Listen, I say all the time that the World Economic, them are the guys to watch right now.
Right. And then it occurred to me when I saw this though, right? They're literally doing shit that the fucking Matrix said, right? That they want to keep enough of us around to use us as fucking batteries. And now they've literally got the technology to turn us into fucking batteries, right? And it occurred to me because we're always talking about how TV is programming, right? That's why they call it programs, right? And I've heard people talking about it, but I've never really heard anybody talk of any like aside from all the news stations, right? They say the same things. They're feeding us propaganda, but I haven't seen any real instances where anybody talks about how it's any actual form of mind control. And when I saw that, it occurred to me, right? Like when you go to studies, right, of people who live in similar groups and similar backgrounds, a lot of times they'll end up living similar lives, based on the stimuli they have around them and stuff like that, right? So if they could think about the movie Inception, right, where they try to, control what this guy's doing by implanting stuff into his dreams and the stimuli around him, all they have to do, because they're all in bed with Hollywood, all they have to do is implant a fucking idea into millions and hundreds of millions of billions of peoples, and it'll look like that all of these things are telling the future, but really what they're doing is they're helping create our reality by implanting this idea into your brain in the
psyopception.
Yes, seriously,
that's some real shit right there. That's how they're literally shaping our reality by putting this idea in everybody's brain at the same time and making all this shit happen.
Yeah, and that's why it's hard for and I'm sorry, I'll shut up after this, but with watching things with him, it's hard to watch, and he gets so frustrated with me because anytime he tries to get me to watch normie television or movies or anything like that, I can't watch it anymore. I can't. And all the things I used to enjoy, it's not a negative for me because I feel better for learning and knowing what I know now. But it's you look back and you're like, I'm astounded. I'm astounded at what they showed us, and they literally, and it's like they put it in our faces what they were doing all this
Yes.
time,
Yeah,
all
man,
this
the whole time.
And Loyal, I want to tell you this really quick. And then I'll be quiet. But so you and Alara and Brad, a few months ago, it's a while back, but you guys were doing movie nights.
Oh yeah, MAGA movie night. That was so much fun.
There you go. That was so much fun. And
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, I was there when you guys watched The Matrix, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
watched the entire thing with you guys. And I'd always like seen like clips and all this other stuff. I watched it through the entire movie with you guys, and I'm like, wait, are they not going to watch the rest of the series? Because I kind of want to sit with them and watch it.
Oh, we wanted to.
It was so much fun.
We got
Oh
in
my God.
trouble.
Oh no, boo!
Yeah, we got in trouble for showing copyrighted shit. But yeah, you're right.
Of
Listen,
course.
that definitely all kinds of disclosure going on there. You know, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, but we see
so
it
I
everywhere.
just feel right, and now I feel better for like I feel better for living in nature and having a human experience. Like, you know, I do what the community says. Like, I do outreach in the sense of smiling at people and having that connection.
Yes.
And when I work I work with the public on a day-to-day basis, and you know, it's not every person, but sometimes in the back of my mind when I work with my customers, I'm like, I wonder if their opinion, like, and they walk away smiling. I wonder, like, would they be walking away smiling? What could I do if they knew the type of person I was? You know, in the sense of like being a Trump supporter, being a truther. You know what I mean? Like, I never try to overstep people's boundaries. I always try to like meet them where they are.
You have
But
to.
I'm like,
You
right,
have
but
to.
I always wonder, like, you know, they had such a great, like, you know, and I get good reviews and et cetera, not to humble brag, but like, if my customer service is that good, imagine what I could do if they went into the conversation with me about what we're really living under.
Right.
And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut AP off. AP, I didn't cut you off, right?
No,
Oh,
sorry.
good.
I didn't mean to raise my voice or anything.
AP,
I
you're
just-
good. You know
I
you're
just-
good.
Oh, you're so good. I
just
love
get
hearing about where you came from. I
extremely-
love knowing more about AP.
I just get extremely emotional about this. I'm sorry.
We do. We all do. We get amped.
Yeah.
AP. We get
Please
amped
don't
about
be
this shit.
sorry. You did great. Yeah, please don't be sorry. Anyway, you guys,
I-
I just wanted to cut in, and that was my little. I'll speak my piece, and then everyone have a good night, because I had 5 minutes while the kids were eating dinner and everyone's sitting down. I have a beat on them, and it looks like they're wrapping up dinner. So I'm gonna let you guys go. It was so good to talk with you guys.
Well,
Thank you.
much
Letty.
love to
Thanks
you.
for
All
letting me
right,
rant.
Carly Q.
I want to hop
We'll talk
off as
again
well.
soon, guys.
Listen, I'm gonna jump off as well, guys.
Oh,
so it's good
Fearless.
talk.
Much love to you.
Well, Yeah, well, we can do this anytime, Foil. I'm always about.
I
you know.
love when you call in. I love hearing what you have to say. I also love hearing how you say it, sir. You already know what it is.
She likes when you say
Ah,
foil.
you-
I do like when you say foil.
Foil.
Actually,
He's my shiny.
Yeah, shiny, right?
She's the shiny one.
All right, guys. Peace.
Much love
Cheers,
to you.
mate.
Take care.
What up, Hang 10? You've been sitting there so patiently and quietly and haven't said a
Hey.
word.
Well, yeah, the train of thought's moving so fast. I'm losing.
Man, sorry.
I'm just. I get stuck on one thing, and then I'm way past you guys.
Right,
so.
we got to stop the train. Well, feel free to jump in. What are you thinking? I mean, you're in California. I mean, I'm sure you got a lot to
Yeah.
add.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, like what Curly was just saying about like people she work. Yeah, I have to be very careful about. I shouldn't even be on the foxhole actually, because I'm in Hollywood, so
They're coming to look for you.
yeah. So yeah, just got to be really careful about how you say things to people too, about not going too far with them. You got to be gentle with some people, because not only to not make yourself look crazy, but not to overwhelm them. And I had a friend that was into this years ago, and he went crazy. He actually went crazy doing all this research. So this is a
Oh, it can definitely drive you crazy for sure. Thank you for the can, One Eagle 5.
he actually went into the insane asylum. So because of all this, so you got to be even careful for yourself. You know, keep grounded, like you guys
Absolutely.
were saying with the well, the yin and the yang. You have to keep a positive outlook, and because this stuff is really dark.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
And don't ever think listen, as long as there are people out there willing to stand up for what they believe in, the fight is never lost. This is never hopeless. Thank you for the
Yeah.
shades, Mr. C, and much love to you. It's not hopeless. This isn't a doomer conversation. I get pissed, right? I get amped. I think we all get amped, right? Because it's so blatant. Like, I guess I'd rather have it blatant than them. I mean, it's not like they don't secretly manipulate things too, but recently they've just put it all out there. They just put it all out there. And you have to get mad. I mean, you have to get mad, but you don't want to stay in a fear frequency. You don't want to stay in a state of anger. You don't want to stay uh in a state of negativity. You said you had a friend that got put in the insane asylum. I got somebody that I consider to be like my kid, right? That just was messaging me the other day like in a rabbit hole. Like, this shit is so depressing. I was like, well, you can't. I mean, sometimes you got to put it down and walk away, right? Process what you had. You can't get stuck in that sick space that these people created. You just can't.
Yeah, because if you do get stuck in that space, they win.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So
You know,
Hey,
and if you can't do the darkness, there is absolutely a way for you to go push the light without having to. I mean, me personally, I think we need to know what we're dealing with, right? But there are people that they prefer not to mess with the dark shit because they don't want it to sully their spiritual frequency. I completely understand that. You know, as long as you're contributing to this ascension or whatever it is that we're doing here, I'm good. You know, but there are others of us out there that want to know and that want to rant about what these people are doing. Like, I get it. I fully understand. It's about balance,
hey,
man.
hey, sorry to interrupt, but I gotta go in just a
Oh,
second. My battery's gonna die.
uh-oh. Well, AP, I love
I'm
you.
trying to say goodbye before my battery dies. Wouldn't try and
Good to
cut
see you,
something.
AP.
Yeah, I much love to you. Thank you so much for calling in and sharing
Thank
with
you so
us.
much. Again, I'm sorry for ranting like that.
Oh no, you're
I,
good. You're good. We want to hear that. You
uh,
know.
every time you need to too, and
AP,
we
that
rather
no, dude, that like that's like super important perspective that everyone
Absolutely.
and it was right in line with what we were talking about, man. So thank you for calling in.
thank you. So I'm usually happy-go-lucky guy,
You're
but
great. You're always good with
this is
us.
really hitting nerve.
Yeah, keep fucking with methods and woke, bro. Stay
Right?
woke.
Of course.
And
Okay, goodbye. Any make sure to email Belushi at belushi1@protonmail.com.
Belushi1 at
Thank you,
protonmail.com. You heard
AP.
it
Thank
here.
you very much, you fucking asshole. Goodbye.
I got you, Belushi. I'll see you tonight.
He's the most loved dick on the foxhole.
Oh, he's great. Right?
I'll talk to you tonight.
Yeah, I might open the lounge just for you, dude. Honestly, at this point, yeah. Much love, brother.
Good night.
Good
Not
night,
good night.
AP.
but I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Go to bed now. Good night.
Could you kick me out?
Yeah, you're gonna have to kick him out.
Oh,
He doesn't.
okay, hold
yeah.
on. Let me figure this out here.
Sorry about that.
Much love to you. Bye. All right. Don't.
Fuck, of course,
I think
Methods is lurking.
Is he? Naturally.
Oh, motherfucker, dude.
Well, speaking of methods, guys, for those of you that don't know, Monday, what is it? Monday the third methods? Monday, normally I do my little shit shows on Tuesday. Monday, yeah, the second. Monday the second, methods is going to be on here with me. We're going to do a little little
Oh,
psychoanalysis.
you're gonna run him through the
I'm
chair
gonna
in the
ask
house
him about
test?
his chair in his house. We're
Yes.
gonna
Oh,
see
very interesting. I
what he
want to,
thinks
yeah.
about the robot apocalypse. We're gonna go into all the really important topics, guys. Thanks for the
All right.
can, Sergeant Sparky.
Just so you know, Robot Rants is reserved for you and me. Just so we're saying.
Sorry, Methods. Looks like we're gonna have to talk about other apocalypses, right? That's great. Yeah, so that'll be Monday the 2nd at 7 p.m. here. And then, yeah, that'll be my interview for the week. What up, Woke One? What up, bruh? Good to see you.
What's up? What's up,
I
bro?
see you figured it out. You got in here.
Oh man, I had to download it.
Oh, well, hey, you got it together. It's good to hear from you. What you got going on?
Honestly, I just had a question for Belushi. He said that stuff about the golden light around the earth.
The ring.
Hey, yeah, say that again, because I found it interesting.
So basically the vision, or sort of how I've imagined it and how I've been perceiving it, as these global events and uprisings, various shifts in leadership or assassinations, good or bad, negative or positive, you have a gold ring. Imagine the globe and a gold ring around the surface or the diameter of the globe. As that ring closes in, you see more and more of these huge shifts in global consciousness and society. And I think that the US is sort of in the middle of that ring as those sizes close. And when when Q says Israel is last, I didn't put this on the last piece that I talked about this on, but there is that promised land. And I think that those two, land is so important, sea is so important, all these very land, like in terms of ownership, in terms of sovereignty and who owns those things, are so important. As that ring squeezes, we're going to see what comes out the other side, because it is going to be ultimately like that boa constrictor, and we're feeling it right now. Like people talk about the slow boiling of the frog. This is the boa constrictor constricting the earth. Now, is that boa constrictor going to release its grip? I tend to think, and putting all my faith in, that it will, as we keep doing the work, but who knows? we're either fucked or we're going to have 1,000 years of peace. So we might as well fight till the end, man, because this is where we find ourselves. But that gold ring it's just sort of a metaphor, like symbolic imagery around.
Can we take it to Mordor?
Because like when I meditate, I literally imagine like golden, like the universal light. Like I literally imagine like a beam of it coming down through like my chakras all the way down. And why it's coming in the atmosphere, it starts going around the globe, and then as it's going through me, it passes through the earth and comes out the other side of the earth and starts coming up that way, and eventually it surrounds and fills the earth with that golden light. And that's what I imagine when I meditate all the time. So when you said that, I was like, this fucking guy's all up in my consciousness, dude.
So here's the other thing: you have to understand how the actual flow of energy in the magnetic, the polarity of the poles. Like literally, when you're talking about your crown chakra, or when you're meditating, you go through your different chakras. Like the same way that aura exists, it exists around the globe too. It comes from
exactly.
both.
Well, Earth itself is a chakra.
So exactly. So people have to understand that they've fallen out of tune. They have this malady of spirit. Part of the spirit is Mother Earth, as much as it is the Creator God, whatever you want to call that. It's the same, to me, all connectedness of the creation of God. And so when we're out of a sync with the earth, and like I was saying earlier, how we obtain our water and our food, and what you look at how the cabal is poison us on every level. They attack the air, they attack the water, they attack the food, they attack the medicine. On and on and on and on and on and on. And to the TV point that Weaponized Truth was bringing up earlier, and what you were talking about, Foil, that programming is what sets you into that slavery, seat at the table. Right? Like you're sitting down, you got your napkin, you're like, all right, I'm all ready for, my life of slavery now. And I get fed by the government, and they're my God. And they tell me when to take jabs. And, you have to understand, this is so hard for people to comprehend. So we have to continue to be patient and continue to like our fearless cult leader says, be the red pill and continue to be that example for people, because the ring is closing in, and we are hitting a precipice right now. So I do still think there's going to be a big fucking event of some sort, because if we don't get that, like, you have to understand, these people are so dead asleep. There are such batteries in the matrix. They're in their little pods. Like, unless you fucking pull the fucking shit, they're not going to fucking slide down the tube and get picked up by the Nebuchadnezzar. So that's the fucking deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Thanks, Weaponized Truth, for the cookie.
Oh,
Much love to you.
layers. I mean,
What was that? What'd you say, Norm?
so it is really hard to explain to the person. Hold on, there's a plane flying over. I'll get back to this.
Okay.
Squawk.
Right.
That was the squawk. That was secretly the squawk.
Was that secretly the squawk?
Well, anyways, woke one. I was sort of went off on a tangent there, but I
I just thought it was crazy.
I am in your consciousness, bro.
You are,
because
bro.
we're all in each other's consciousness. That's like sort of the
Collective.
overarching point there.
Right. That's the trick to it, for sure.
I think so too, because I think because I've thought of a lot of things and metaphorically had to explain it to people, and then I hear somebody else say the exact same thing the next day in a show or something like that. And because this is very hard stuff to understand, to get your head around, because there are so many layers to everything. And if you try to explain everything to one person all at once, they'll think you're crazy. And a lot of times you don't know where to start when people want information.
You got to get them to, I firmly believe you got to get them to ask the right questions. And we can't do that by force feeding them. Like, that doesn't seem to work. But if you can,
that's
show
never worked with a religion,
right,
with kids.
Exactly. But if you can, if you can maybe show people some inconsistencies, like, I wonder why, I wonder why this is, I wonder why they said that. Why, I wonder what that has to do with this. I wonder, hold on. Curly Kaylee gifted the can. Loyal, could you please tell AP we all love him so much he keeps apologizing for ranting. AP, you owe no apology, sir. What you said was on point and absolutely 100% the truth. Like, you have personal experience of living under this horrific system that somehow in this country, some of these people have gotten into their heads that this is like some magical fix, but in practice, it turns out to be a total shit show. And you've seen that, and we are happy to hear what you have to say on that subject, sir. Much love to you, and you are always welcome to call in and rant whenever you feel like. Absolutely.
Puff, puff, pass, bro.
Right. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know. This whole, I do get amped, and I did, like I said, I wanted to have a show where we're not necessarily, I'm always on here talking about, the woo, but my real concern are the political and the social ramifications of these predator elite, power broker, shady fucks that think they know better than we know what we need in life, or they think they have all the answers. And, I don't understand where it ever makes sense that you're expecting the people that broke some shit to be the ones to fix it. Like, it's just getting more broken. Like, I guess the one thing that everybody is saying is we need a new system. It just ain't what they're saying, right? It's not what they're saying. And as a matter of fact, we had this argument, and I started off the show with this. Thank you for the cookie, Christine C. The power, and just in America now I'm talking, the powers of the federal government. It is not supposed to be your mother, right? The Constitution tells us you have the right to, to the pursuit of happiness. Nobody promised your ass happiness, right? The government is supposed to create the conditions under which you can, to your own ability, to the level of your own effort, make a way for yourself so that you can pursue your own vision of happiness, not what they tell you is happiness. And this is where I get pissed, and that's just kind of where I was at with it today. So I figured this would be a good time to address these issues.
Yeah,
I saw that
absolutely.
shit with the more mandates and this and that. We've got people really trying to rise up, and like in France, the government over I mean, how many people did they have out there the other day? 150,000 people in Paris, right? And they went ahead and passed that bullshit law anyway. Like you
Oh
said,
yeah.
people are gonna have to be smacked awake, man.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah,
think
and
there are
that's the only logical conclusion I can draw from all this.
I think there are
is
a
there
lot more
has to
people
be-
awake.
Well, when you talk about, like, yes, people are waking up at different speeds and at different layers and every day, right? But at the same time, when you're talking about you're talking about the Great Awakening. You're talking about literally people being forced to look at something. Like, oh, everyone says it had to be shown. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, that's psychology. Yeah, of course you have to be shown. You have to be to tell somebody their whole life is a lie. To tell somebody everything they believe is a lie. It's going to have to be a pretty fucking impactful event in order to shift that consciousness in that direction.
Man, what were
Yeah,
you saying,
It's
Wolf
like
One?
that line that. Go ahead.
No, I was wanting to hear what you had to say. Go ahead.
Me? No, or
Yes.
him.
Oh no,
Oh,
actually,
whoa.
I just wanted to fucking.
Yeah.
I just wanted to comment on Belushi. I don't know if you guys can kick me off whenever you want.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead, Norm. I thought I
Yeah.
was looking over here. What
No,
were
but
you
I mean
saying?
I feel the same way. I mean, I agree. Like there's people that aren't even like a little bit awake. Like they literally seeing all this shit and it's not even phasing them like at all. The shit's gonna have to get worse before it gets better. And I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not the path. It's just like, it's part of that near-death experience. It's part of that rebirth.
I will say, I feel a lot of hope because, I mean, I fucking hate saying this because I don't have a red pill story and I don't say this shit to be cool or whatever because it's not a fucking contest. But I've legit been like fully fucking awake. Anything I've learned from a kid till now is just details of the big picture that I already had.
Yeah,
So like,
same.
and I don't say that like in a fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Man, I always knew something was up, man. That's why I got in a lot of
Yeah,
trouble as
no,
a
I
kid
mean,
because
I
I just
knew
buffed
it
against
to a
authority
T.
all the time. I'm like, why is
Yeah.
there this authority on me? As a little
Oh,
kid, I
I
was like,
mean,
why
for
is
the
there this
money,
authority on me? Like, what the
all
fuck?
of it, money. Before I even went to school, I was trying to convince my mom, like, you don't think it's weird that you're forced to have money and you have to work, like you don't have a choice? And she's like, yeah, you'll understand when you're older. You're just a stupid fucking kid. And that's what we're all told, but it never broke me. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I ain't believing it. And then I like on and on, like I can't even believe how woke I was when I was a kid. Like shit trips me out. But like
Oh,
the
yeah, you're
fact
woke
that,
one, bro.
but the fact that we're all here, hey, but I was alone, dude. I thought I was fucking crazy. I was like, dude, no one else thinks
Well,
about this
that's
shit.
why the foxhole's
And then
cool, man.
Dude, I can't.
Right.
The fact
Because
that
you're
we're
not
all here,
alone, bro.
hey, that just shows that fucking the awakening really is happening, regardless of how fast it's gonna be. It's gonna happen. Like, cause I thought I was alone for a long
Is
time.
happening. Yeah. What does the timeline look like? Nobody knows, man. Nobody knows. I think it's a lot longer than people think, unfortunately.
I do too. And actually, the Palladian Prophecies, I have this book. It's called Palladian Prophecies 2020 by James Carwin, I believe. But they have like a timeline set out in there, and it's going damn near with that thing, dude. Like to a point, like on point almost.
Is
dude.
2033 in that book?
Yeah, dude. All the dates, bro. You should
Dude, I
look
had
it
a
up.
vision
Dude.
about 2023.
Hey, look that
2033,
book up.
dude.
It's like $6, dude, on the internet. It's like $6.
All right, I'm gonna look into
Look
it.
that shit up, dude. It's a good book. It's a really
Thank
good book. It has
you.
all this shit.
Thank you, Lizzie B, for the Cash App love. Big love. Thank you. For an awesome show,
All right.
says
Well,
Lizzie B.
I gotta
Thank
go,
you
guys.
for that. Oh, much
I gotta
love
go.
to you, Hang 10. Thanks for
Sorry,
coming
Hang
to hang out
10.
with us.
Yeah, do you want any final words, Hang 10?
No, I gotta go. Just
When are the beers and when are the beermen on?
Uh-oh. Did it glitch out?
my
He's
internet's
got to go robot rant out.
Well, guys, check out Three
yeah.
Beer Men on Foxhole.
Yeah.
Right? Fantastic. group of guys there?
Yep, on Thursdays at 6 and Sundays at 6. That's Pacific time.
Ah,
So.
right.
So 9 Eastern on Thursday. You said Thursdays and Sundays, Norm?
Thursdays and Sundays at 9
Yeah.
Eastern, 6 Pacific. Go check out the Three Beer Men.
All right, brother.
Yep. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Good
Much
see
love
See you
to
in the
you.
chat.
Woke One. Any final thoughts, brother?
No, bro. No, bro. Just smoke them if you got them.
Right. Smoke them if you got them.
We are and will, brother.
Yeah.
All right, man. Much love, fam.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna have to kick me off, Loyal. Oh wait, leave. I see it.
You got this.
Yeah.
You got this.
Later, bros.
See you later. Fearless, what link do you need? Right? Well, I think this went over well today, Belushi. Good, nice, wholesome
Loyal,
rant.
I don't know if I can get through my week without a robot rant.
Right.
So we may have to do this again just on robots, but no.
Maybe we could just have like a robot rant thing we do. I think that might be
It's
fun.
gonna be a thing that is like a thing.
Just like a whole thing, right?
You know the thing?
The thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. Right?
No, it was thanks. This cheered me up a little bit. I was just trying to get out of my head about some stuff. And
well, nothing like
I just
bitching
wanted to
about the
thank
government to make you feel a little better, man.
Right. Yeah. The macro matches the micro, unfortunately, especially in my situation. If I started telling you guys about dates, it would kind of blow you away. And just know that something on the first day of Mike Lindell is happening in a big way in my own personal life, and every single date that I've been dealing with this has lined up to major events in the macro, which is very strange. I started to draw a timeline. It's so strange. But much love to the fam, and thank you for all the prayers out there. Amy and the Brothers Uncensored. I was sort of in and out. I know I jumped in their chat and stirred a little mess, but I was just, had just gotten some news, and I really appreciate everyone's thoughts and prayers for me and my family and my son. And I love you guys and Loyal. It's just always a pleasure to come on here and do this. And,
Well, I
any
love hanging
subject
with
you got,
right?
Any subject you got.
Pop your collar, bruh. Right?
Love you, girl.
Oh, much love to you always. Guys, listen, do my little spiel here. If you haven't already, go to the Rockfin. We've got to support our free speech platforms. You guys know that I'm on Rockfin. I am going to be doing strictly Rockfin exclusive premium content. Probably starting in 2 weeks. I have an idea for that. Go over and make the free account. If you're feeling froggy and you like to support my channel and my content for $9.99 a month, you can sign up to get not just my premium content, but everybody's premium content on the platform. There are some awesome creators over there. Jason Burmis is over there. Sam Tripoli's over there. Conspiracy Castle is over there. Just a lot of good content creators. Alara obviously is over there with me too. Go check that out. And Fearless and anybody else watching on YouTube or DLive that is not hip to the Foxhole, guys, make a pilled.net account, right? Download the little Foxhole app. Everybody that disappeared off YouTube, you want to know where they went? That's where they went. All your favorite streamers are over there. Make the free account. Go check it out. The community over there is great. The chats are great. They keep me up all the time. Any time of the day I'm feeling kind of shitty, I can jump on the Foxhole, and I know my Foxhole fam has got me. Ace Boon Coon's over there for sure. If you want to support some veterans and your girl Loyal, you can go to beardvet.com for all of your coffee and beardy, manly, meat rubbing needs. They got you. Beardvet.com, promo code SFN at checkout for 10% off. A portion of every purchase goes to their veteran charity of the month. And check out Yvonda. Look, everybody needs one of these, right? Go check out Yvonda. All her links are listed in the description below. She makes awesome products, guys. Honest to God, I feel better with this thing sitting next to me for sure. Other than that, Belushi, I don't know if you're still sitting there, if you kind of wandered off. You have any?
I'm here.
You're there. What do you got coming up? Any last
I
words?
don't know. Should I open the lounge tonight, guys?
I'm sure.
I don't
that
know.
people
I don't know what I'm doing with my life anymore, Foil.
Man, do any of us?
I don't know.
Riding this wave one day at a time, man. Just ride the wave.
The lounge, me, you guys know how I roll. just if you see me live, hop in and say hi.
Right, right, right. All right, guys. Well, you know what it do. Much love to you, and stay loyal. Oh, Belushi.
I think we did all right.
We did great. We can talk over this here exit song so they can laugh. Yeah, I think that was a good show. I'm glad you're up, feeling a little bit better. I hope so, man. That's
Yeah,
the goal.
like I said, there's no sense in getting upset about things that are out of your control. And one thing that I've learned in my life is you do the work and you get out of the way of the results. God's got this. If he
Every
wants me,
time,
and if he
dude.
wants me to lose this particular instance of battle or situation, then it'll be a pivot to a new front. But it is what it is, and I've done the work. So it's in God's hands now. So God bless everyone and you, Foil, and had a good time.
Yeah, this was good. It was good. I'm glad you came on here with me.
Classical Chick, it's your anniversary. Open it. It's her anniversary. All right.
Oh, whoop, whoop. Congratulations.
Well, if I'm gonna open the lounge, I'm gonna open it like right fucking now. I don't even care who's live. I don't even know what time it is.
Right.
I'm just gonna open.
Doesn't matter, man. We're never gonna find a
7:55?
time
All right,
when
I'll do it.
everybody's not live, right?
8 o'clock. The lounge is open at 8 o'clock.
Right.
Average Joe, Wisconsin on. Oh,
What
the
up, Average
Texan.
Joe?
Oh,
Good
look
to
at all
see
these
ya.
people coming out.
Oh,
Hot
what
mic,
up,
we can hear you.
Texan?
We know you
We
can hear
know,
us.
man,
That's
we
so
know.
funny. That's so funny.
Right. What up, guys?
All right. Well, much love, sweetheart. And
Much love
let's
to you,
let's
too.
now that Bestie's back. I mean, I guess I'm back on the back of the bus. So I'm just kidding. Let's do a roundtable soon, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Much love to you. Good night.
I know I have a hot mic, Joe. It's the whole point of this.
Right. We talk over the
They-
outro, bam.
We